Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you're a subscriber. My name's Neil, and I'm psyched because it's time for the next episode of Lost. This is episode 15, and it is called Homecoming. But before we get into it, let's unpack that last episode, episode 14 special, because there was some big stuff in there. And one of the things I've noticed the writers of Lost are really good at doing is building mystery on topic A and then diverting your attention totally with a huge, shocking moment on topic B, and you forget about topic A all of a sudden. Episode 14 had our first flashback into Walter and Michael's story. Great storyline, by the way. Mostly just really sort of heartbreaking family drama and all the lies we tell. But it also suggested that perhaps Walt has some sort of magical power. The power to see something in his mind's eye and manifest it, make it happen. He demonstrated it throwing the knife at the beginning of the episode. Perhaps he made the bird crash into the window during the flashback. It seems when he was playing backgammon with Hurley, whatever role he needed would come up. His dad, Brian, used to call him the luckiest kid in the world. Maybe that was more than just hyperbole. And maybe he even manifested the polar bear that attacked him. And why do I say that? Because of the comic book. Walt was reading this comic. There's this full page drawing of an attacking polar bear. And later in the episode, he's being attacked by a polar bear. If he puts it in his mind, can it become real? And in that case, did he manifest the first polar bear back in, what was it, episode 3? Was that Walt's fault too? And then you have to start going, okay, well, do we have to analyze that comic book in more detail? And so I did. My Spanish is rudimentary, but I managed to figure out enough from it. That comic in particular is the Green Lantern and Flash, called Faster Friends, Part 1. It's from 1997. And it's interesting that it's a Green Lantern and Flash comic, because Green Lantern's entire power, he has this green ring, and his entire power is if he imagines something, it becomes reality, which is exactly what we're talking about Walt doing. So there were a couple of other major images that the camera focused on in that comic book. There is, aside from the polar bear, there's a shot of what appears to be an alien on an operating table in some sort of lab. So if aliens appear later in this series, I know it comes from Walt's mind in that comic book. And there's also an image of it appears like maybe a city on top of a glass dome. I don't know, that makes me think of the Stephen King story, The Dome, where an entire city is trapped under glass. And that makes me think maybe the island is somehow trapped under glass, whether that's an actual physical barrier or some sort of more mystical barrier, you know, kind of like Wakanda, where it just can't be detected. And if that's the case, that would explain why no one's coming to rescue them. I mean, like, this is 2004, 2005. The world has been mapped. I mean, yes, all the islands in the South Pacific, there's plenty, but it's not like there are unknown islands. At some point, someone should have, like, flown over looking for wreckage, if nothing else. But, so yes, if it ever turns out that the island is somehow under a barrier, or that there are aliens on operating tables, I'm going to blame it all on Walt. And one other question that has to be asked about Walt's potential power here, and I know I'm going full X-Files here, but if Walt saw them surviving the crash, is he the reason there are survivors? Because as Saeed explained it a few episodes ago, like the midsection of the plane plummeted to Earth, and somehow everybody walked away with just scratches. So if Walt somehow saw it in his mind that everyone survived unharmed, is he the one that everyone should be thankful for? Is he a messiah? Is he like? And if he is, if he truly does have these powers, and maybe not all of those powers, but even at a lesser scale, if he has these powers, how long until Locke figures it out? And what will Locke do when he figures out that Walt he's holy, he's mystical, he has powers? I mean, if anyone believes in believes in power like that, it would be Locke. But Locke has also shown that his behavior is unpredictable. It may make sense to him, but if he's willing to knock out Boone and give him forced hallucinations, what might he do to a child that can manifest things with his mind? Stuff to think about. So yes, I feel like I've analyzed that comic book, but I wish I spoke Spanish, and I wish I could analyze it in greater detail. There's two other things that I really want to analyze in greater detail. I want to analyze the screen captures of Claire's diary, because there is imprints of writing on there that's quite prominent, and it feels like it's there on purpose, but I want to figure out what that says. And Saeed's charts, obviously, the ones that potentially lead to the Black Rock. So the writers actually did it twice in last episode. First, they get us questioning whether Walt has some magic power, and then we're stolen away from that by Charlie's discovery in Claire's diary of the Black Rock, which leads us to Saeed and the charts, and maybe that's the Black Rock, and that's where she's being kept. So suddenly we think, oh, that's where this is going. They're going to go and try and find the Black Rock and rescue Claire, and then that is taken away from us when Claire just magically reappears all on her own. So maybe the urgency to find the Black Rock now is reduced, because I can't imagine that this coming episode, episode 15, is about anything other than bringing Claire back, debriefing her, for lack of a better word, finding out what happened to her, and learning more about the others. And to top it all off, the episode's called Homecoming, so it feels like, you know, this is Claire's homecoming, returning to the caves, to the survivors. She's coming home. But if I'm going to believe anything about Lost, there's going to be a double meaning. It's also going to apply to somebody's backstory. I don't know whether it's going to be Claire's or somebody else's. Who knows? Do I overanalyze this show? Feel free to tell me that I do in the comments below, but I am hooked. I love that this show makes me think so much. I love that I'm reacting to it and taking notes to it, and I love that I have a reason to analyze it this much, because yeah, it's so much fun. I have no other way to explain it other than this is so much fun for me, and I know I'm not going to figure out everything, but I love that I'm figuring out a few things, and that's keeping me going. It's like doing the Sunday cryptic crossword. You know, you'll never figure out the whole thing, but if you can get half the clues, you feel like you really knocked it out of the park. Anyway, without further ado, let's watch episode 15 of season 1 of Lost. This one is called Homecoming.
Doctor! Claire!
She's alive. Is she still pregnant? She's still... So she hasn't given birth yet.
It's okay. Claire!
Oh, she is scarred, traumatized.
Who are you?
What? Does she have complete amnesia?
Who are you?
Oh man, what did they do to her? Oh man. That's not what I was hoping for. I was hoping that she'd be able to tell us what happened, and she knows nothing at all. So what did so the same thing kind of happened to Charlie. Like he doesn't remember anything either. So they must have some ability to
I don't understand.
wipe your mind.
I don't know any Ethan. I don't remember any of you. I don't remember any of this.
What do you remember?
I was on a plane.
Nothing since that. Nothing since the crash.
That was almost a month ago.
No, I'm due.
Your baby's fine.
She's like overdue at this point, isn't she?
도대체 무슨 일이 일어나는 거지? 저도 모르겠어요.
Oh, she knows, but she has to lie. Are we gonna get more Sun and Jin? We haven't followed them much lately.
She didn't say anything at all about Ethan. Apparently, she doesn't even remember Ethan. The guy pretends to be one of us. He drags her to the jungle for almost 2 weeks. She doesn't remember him?
Apparently.
I believe her. Like, I believe she's messed up.
You think he's around?
I sure hope not.
Yeah, you gotta be afraid of other man.
And this is where you sleep. It's quite cozy, isn't it?
Man, he's got to rebuild everything if he even can.
Who is he, Ethan?
What a question, eh?
Ethan's the bad guy.
I won't be sleeping.
Oh. Lucky for me. Finally, I'll have someone to stay up with.
She won't even remember the invisible peanut butter. So sad.
We're friends.
Yeah, we're friends.
How's that feel, mate? Something fantastic.
We're going more Charlie. I wasn't expecting that.
Miss Lucy Heatherton, 22 and right in oh so many wonderful ways. Just graduated from Oxford. Lives in Knightsbridge with her dear old dad.
How you amass this information never ceases to amaze me, Tommy.
Especially in 2003, before Google and Facebook.
Ready to fall in love, Mr. Charlie Pace of the legendary rock band Drive Shaft?
Charlie Pace. I think that might be the first time we've heard his last name.
You don't know how lucky you are, you know. Must be nice. You wake up and...
What do we hear? Is this the others? What is it? Whoa! What just hit him? Is Ethan back? Oh, jeez.
I want you to bring her back.
What?
What did you do to her?
What did she do? He's been clawed in the face.
If you don't, I'm going to kill one of them. One every day. And Charlie, I'll kill you last.
Jeez, that's a crazy psychotic threat. That's insane. What do you do in that situation?
What do? We go out and we bloody kill him.
Calm down.
Well, at least he's telling them.
Tell a select few about the threat. We post them as sentries here and back at the caves.
Tell a select few? He does what he says he's gonna do, and that blood's on our hands.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Jack, we tell everyone. But you want to protect them, you need to start thinking defense.
아니, 다른 사람들은 어떻게
다른 사람들?
The others are avoiding me.
They keep saying the others, but not.
Sorry?
No one will talk to me.
But not in the way we think of the others.
You sure there's nothing going on?
Absolutely.
Oh, Charlie. I get why you lie, but yeah, that's hard. Especially when you're not a good liar like you.
So where is the old man?
I don't know. I think he's buying some paper company up in Slough.
Some paper company in Slough? That's The Office. When did ABC buy the rights to The Office from the BBC?
It was Winston Churchill's. My father. He's coming back tomorrow. You should come round for dinner.
Oh, dredging up the dirty feelings. The things you do for drugs, the things you do to protect a heart.
Locke told us what happened. Maybe it's time you use that key you've been wearing around your neck.
The guns?
There are 4 9mm in Marshall's case.
No.
Jack.
I'm not putting guns on untrained hands.
Kate's trained. Well, she can handle it anyway. She pretends she can't.
Some of the men have volunteered for sentry duty. I'm going to put them on rotating shifts.
I'll take a shift.
Okay?
Absolutely, we're counting on you, Boone.
Locke is so good at putting people in the right mental state.
I was responsible. I should have taken care of her.
Charlie. Nothing's gonna happen to her.
Someone's gonna die, though. One of the sentries. I'm just glad he told people that he didn't just eat that secret, because that's always such a false feeling.
The fact of the matter is, sir, I think that Drive Shaft might
Be dead.
Dead.
Oh, man.
You took a shot in what?
Job, Tom.
A job? Doing what?
Working at the paper company?
Selling copies.
You'll execute your end of the plan and steal something of value, which I can in turn sell.
I have to think about my future.
Your future?
Yeah.
The weekend without a fix. Monday should be bloody wonderful. Let's see how the future treats you then, eh, Charlie?
Drug dealers can be so mean. It's just not fair. Don't they look out for their customers and their friends? Someone's gonna die tonight. I have to believe that. It's so tense. It can't be Boone, but he's gonna get past Boone. Come on, Boone. Man up. Slap yourself. Oh, dear. Weak link. Is he dreaming? What the hell happened? How is it suddenly daylight? Did the others get into your dreams? Clearly they got some sort of mind control power if they can just give you amnesia.
The alarm!
How is it suddenly daylight? I don't get it. That was Claire, wasn't it? It sure sounded like it.
Is he alive? How did he get past this?
Just one of our random background. He came in from the water.
His neck was broken, both his arms, all the bones in his fingers.
Yeah, okay.
What?
Got it.
Both his arms, all his fingers.
So Steve drew the short straw.
Dude, that was Scott.
Oh, jeez. Oh, poor Scott.
He won a sales prize. 2-week Australian vacation, all expenses paid.
Oh, man. Oh, is everyone going to start being resentful? People are going to keep dying because she's there? That's terrible.
Why did you lie to me?
Okay, look.
You know, what else didn't you tell me?
I just wanted to take care of you.
I can take care of myself.
Well, I think they're done. That's sad. Definitely a few steps back there, if nothing
Look
else.
at you, Charlie Pace, respectable businessman.
Yeah, just a bit nervous.
Don't be. Have you memorized the manual?
Backwards and forwards.
You're gonna do great. I believe in you.
And he is looking rough.
You have everything you need?
Yeah.
Then let's get you to work.
Oh, man. Disappointed so many people, including himself. Drugs are bad, people. Don't do drugs. They will ruin your life.
What if I told you that I had a way to get the advantage back?
Break out the guns. Man. Locke knowing about this is going to be a game changer, I feel.
Guessing you know how to handle one of these.
I'm going to say yep.
No bloody way!
If we want to capture Ethan, we have to ensnare him. And the only way to do that is by giving him what he wants.
They're using Claire as bait?
But if I can help stop him from hurting anyone else, I have to do that.
Allow me to demonstrate the awesome speed of C815 using one of your
Oh, poor Charlie.
manuals.
Well, oh, I don't do well with cringeworthy stuff like this. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, poor Charlie. Oh, I feel for him.
We have 4 guns. We should have 4 men.
Saeed, Locke. Yeah.
What?
I want to come.
Kate should have the 4th.
All right, we're out of guns. No one goes out there unarmed. But if the lady wants to come...
Does he have one too? We got the empty gun from the beginning.
5 guns are better than 4.
Man, why am I so nervous about guns on the island? It just changes the dynamic so much. I'm not sure I've been this tense on the entire run so far. Do we fully trust that Claire has amnesia? Could she be faking it? Could she be somehow converted Like those scratches on Ethan's cheek looked like movie scratches, you know, so it could just be movie makeup, or it could be intentional movie makeup, if you know what I mean. Like, maybe this is all staged and she's somehow been brainwashed to be with Ethan? I don't know. I'm so nervous. This feels like a terrible plan. Especially in the piss and rain. Shouldn't take much to be able to chase down a 9-month pregnant woman. Okay, 5 people should be able to overwhelm him. Right? Where's the others? Come on! Come on, where's the others? Get in there!
Over here! Hold your fire, don't shoot! We want him alive.
Jack got some frustrations out there. You guys gotta restrain him fast. Don't just get up off him.
Jungle Boy. Not even for 1 second.
Whoa! Who did that? Who did that? Kate? Charlie! Where'd he get a gun? Oh, it was Jack's. No! Ugh. Charlie, we need answers! Oh, man. So Ethan's dead and gone. I thought he was going to be like the bad guy for the next 2 seasons. Wow. So now the question is are there others? Are there more?
Why did you do it, Charlie?
He kidnapped the woman I love and he hung me.
Because he deserved to die.
I get why you pretended to like me. I understand why you stole. Because you're a junkie. But I don't understand why you took the job.
Because he wanted to change.
I wanted you to think that I could take care of you.
You'll never take care of anyone.
Ooh. Well, that explains why he wants to take care of Claire so much. Oh, Saeed and Shannon are getting close and intimate.
I remember peanut butter.
She does! Oh! That's huge.
Why do I remember peanut butter?
Oh, that's heartwarming.
It was imaginary peanut butter, actually.
Extra smooth.
I don't know what happened to me. I'm scared.
Hug her. You both need a hug. You need each other.
I want to trust you.
Let her know she can, Charlie.
Good night, Charlie.
Good night, Claire.
I like this show so much. It doesn't give you what you expect or what you even necessarily want. It gives you something else that's even better. And that's the difference between satisfying television, which just fulfills the need, and groundbreaking television, which gives you new feelings and new experiences of story. Man, I don't know. I don't have a ton to say in a weird way. I wasn't expecting Charlie backstory at all in this episode, but it felt like his sort of rock bottom, didn't it? You know, the band is over. He's desperate for heroin. He'll do whatever it takes, including just breaking the heart of someone who appears to be a lovely young woman. And he could have had a job in the office, you know? He could have been working alongside Pam and Jim. But instead, you know, he succumbed to those inner demons, and you know, this, in a weird way, him killing Ethan was his redemption. He finally proved he could take care of someone in an odd, weird way. When Ethan took Claire, that just confirmed his worst fears, that he could never take care of anyone. And finally, at least to himself, he's proven that he can. And it looks like his relationship with Claire still has hope. It's amazing what remembering peanut butter can do. That was so... I was so disappointed when she lost everything, and I realized that she would have forgotten that amazing moment on the beach with the imaginary peanut butter, and then she remembers it, and it's just that's so in the feels, you know. That made me just so happy right there, because they are a great couple together, and we need some happiness on the island. It can't all be stress and pain and sadness. You can't stretch out 6 seasons of nothing but negative and expect people to keep coming back. So I'm so glad that there's humor in this series, that there is tenderness, that there is love, there is achievement, and it's because there's great writers and there are great actors doing great performances. There's really so much humanity on screen on this show, and it's really gratifying to see. I wasn't necessarily expecting... I was expecting complexity based on everything I'd heard about Lost, but I was expecting plot complexity and mystery complexity, not necessarily character complexity. And I'm so pleasantly surprised that there is so much complexity within these characters already. We're only 15 episodes in, and yet we know so much about these characters. They're not easily describable. If you're watching a TV show and I ask who are the main 5 characters, and you can describe them, you know, in 1 sentence each, then I don't think there's much character depth. You know, they're archetypal, they're predictable, but instead, like, how would you describe Kate in 1 sentence? How would you describe Charlie in 1 sentence? How would you describe Locke in 1 sentence? You know, and you can say that about pretty much every character on the island. I'm begging the writers to please give me Hurley backstory, because right now he's like the adorable heart of the island. He's the social affairs director. You know, he's keeping everyone entertained. He's Mr. Exposition. He's the everyman. But I need to. I would love to hear his story. I'd love to find out what happened to put him on that plane, and what happened to him a year ago. And thank goodness there's 6 seasons, because I'll feel I'll get at least 1 or 2 Hurley episodes over the course of that. And anyway, I don't have much more to say other than this show makes me happy. And on that note, thank you guys so much for following. If you like what I'm doing, it would mean the world to me if you subscribed and liked and commented and shared. Hey, please share it with your friends if you think it's something that they might like to watch. Until the next one, take care, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.